Sebastian Bierman starts on pole position with Joshua Owen alongside Ayrton Rye and Maximus Lewis on row 2. Max Wheatley and Max Williams share row number 3. Then it's Jensen White and Harry Samuel with Riley Sims-Ezard and Ralphie Branscombe completing the top 10. Stanley Clark and Rio Wardali on row number 6. They're in front of Jack Collinson and Alex Lynn, with Max Housigo and Larry Price on row 8, Tom Drake and Benjamin Lawn on row number 9. Then we've got Amy Peacock and Thomas Potter in front of Isabella Stansmore-Wilson and Sam Hayes. George Ralston starts 23rd with Isaac Hewburn alongside. That completes your 24 kart grid. Just back into the live chat. ETA Nico just giving us a little tidbit regarding Joe Garraway, the lap record holder in juniors here at Ellough Park, and RS72 saying got a feel for Ollie Naylor there. Totally agree. Running very, very well in second place, but unfortunately for him, had to come in towards the end because that rear bumper was hanging out off the back of the kart. Just having a quick look at junior Mini Max in terms of the penalties applied. There was one for Ben Adrian, picks up a 5-second penalty. That drops him down into 8th place from what would have been P5 for a front fairing penalty for him. We obviously will await junior Rotax. That won't be in just yet because those karts have only just come off. Final few runners then, rolling into position. Isaac Hewburn's 14 kart, he will roll in. He's racing as a novice, so will be off the back of the pack in every heat here today, as the 22 of Harry Samuel is just getting a having a quick chat, and I think we might have a problem on that 22 kart as assistance is being called over. And that's your race director Luke down there, just having a quick chat with the 22 of Harry Samuel. We're looking at rolling that kart off. I think they're just having a quick chat with him down there. Not sure what's wrong, but we'll wait until everybody is comfortable and in position before we get this race underway. So it looks like Harry Samuel is good to go then. So just make sure everybody is in their grid positions. The board will go up at the back then. Look at the lights, the red at the top on the gantry. They go green. It's a great start from Stanley Clark, who sweeps all the way around. He's going to gain 2 or 3 places heading towards that first corner as Ayrton Rye takes a huge chunk of curb on the inside. The definition of track limits lost there as the curb on the inside runs through. Then it's Alex Lynn going down the inside of Ralphie Branscombe as the 46 is that. We'll see a kart going very, very slowly. That could be the 16, or is it the 46? We'll keep an eye out on that as the kart comes through. I think it's Maximus Lewis going very, very slowly. And one of the Housigos as well has got a problem down towards the tail of the field, going very, very slowly as the rest of the field sweeps through down towards the heavy braking zone of Barney's. They're still 2 and 3 wide. Now into Alan Wones, leading the way. Sebastian Bierman from Joshua Owen holding off Ayrton Rye as they come round for the first corner. Rye's going to get a good run. Jensen White in 4th place. We'll call him over the line for the first time. Bierman from Rye. Then it's Owen, White, Williams, Clark, Wheatley, Samuel Collinson and Alex Lynn. Your top 10 on the opening lap. Clark down the inside. I think there's of Joshua Owen. Now Max Williams as well is through down the inside. A huge gaggle of karts making their way through. Collinson takes a huge chunk of curb on the inside as well as he bounces his way through and into position. Really, really tightly packed together still in this Honda Cadet heat number 2. Larry Price gets to the inside of Tom Drake as they head down towards the first corner. Thomas Potter right in the wheel tracks. There they are, flashing into shot. George Ralston as well. Drake might get hung out here, but now Price is coming down the inside of Joshua Owen. So is Thomas Potter. Owen then closes the door on Tom Drake. Does really well there to hold that one. Joshua Owen holding his line, and then George Ralston will come down the inside of Tom Drake, and Amy Peacock will do exactly the same as well. Drake's going to run that all the way around the outside, and you might even have the inside berth on Ralston, who closes the door. Ralphie Branscombe has to go tight, and Sam Hayes there in the blue helmet sweeping round the outside of Isabella Stansmore-Wilson. Ayrton Wright through on Sebastian Bierman into the right-hander. That's going to be a change for the lead then, with Wright leading from Bierman, then White Williams. They're 3 wide in the background. That's Ralston on the inside with Amy Peacock coming through as well. Ralphie Branscombe, Tom Drake and Isabella Stansmore-Wilson in front of the 11 of Sam Hayes. Right, really wide round the outside there in the background for a green cart. We'll keep an eye. I'm not sure who that was 100%. We just caught it in the back of the camera. They're still chopping and changing further down. Potter and Price, though, seem to have migrated together once again. They're currently running in 10th and 11th respectively now, with Potter just in front. I think that they will need to work together if they want to close this pack in front sooner rather than later. I mean, they're going to do it, I think, anyway. Such as the talents of both Potter and Price in closing in this train of carts that are battling in front. But it's a case of whether they do it in 2 minutes or whether they do it in 4 minutes. And if they can do it in 2 minutes, they're going to have a really good opportunity of working their way through this traffic. If they do it in 4, they're going to have only 1 lap towards the end, and that's going to not give them a huge amount of time to make their way through this gaggle of carts. Ayrton Rye has opened up a bit of a gap now at the front from Sebastian Bierman, who's got Jensen White and Stanley Clark behind. Fastest lap of the race from Stanley Clark. He's on the back of Jensen White, making his way through. Ayrton Rye has that gap now of about half a second to Sebastian Bierman, who isn't particularly coming under pressure at the moment from Jensen White, just driving his own race and comfortably as well. Behind them, though, the field has really closed up because Potter and Larry Price are now right on this battle that's in front of them. There is a little bit more field spread than what there was a lap and a half ago, with Williams and Wheatley 5th and 6th. Then there's a bit of a gap back to Collinson, with Alex Lynn, Harry Samuel, and now Thomas Potter and Larry Price. You get the feeling, though, if one of them goes down the inside, the other one is coming through as well, as they have done in the background. You see there, Potter punching the hole, Price taking advantage. Clark tried to get down the inside of Jensen White into the same corner. White runs it all the way around the outside and holds on to second place. 2 minutes 15 remaining. The gap half a second between Rye and Bierman. This is the Potter and Price battle. Both of them now up inside the top 10. Jensen White looks to the inside. Now Stanley Clark has half a move down the inside of Jensen White, although loses out in doing so and will lose a place to Max Wheatley. Might even be told Max Williams, then loses one to Max Wheatley as well. Stanley Clark with losing 2 places. Battling it out in the background. He's got back past Wheatley. Collinson, though, is closed right up now, with Potter and Price struggling to get past Alex Lynn as it stands. Out at the front, though, Ayrton Rye has a gap of 0.7 of a second. Yellow flag out down at Alan Wones, and I can't see why, because there's no carts down there. It's back in now, so overtaking opportunities now re-arise as there's a green flag over start finish. And Potter at the time was alongside Alex Lynn. He's had to drop back and allow Lynn back in to clear Lee back in front of them. Now he's going to get a run down towards Shoemakers into that right-hander, and still cannot find a way past the number 6 cart. You see them there in the background of Alex Lynn. Collinson gets alongside Wheatley in the run down, and Collinson is through and up into 6th place. 40 seconds remaining, and Ayrton Rye is a minute and a half away from a maiden CKC heat victory here, with Sebastian Bierman in 2nd place, the guest driver, proving himself more than accomplished. The driver from, sure, he's been coming through. He's clearly been here to Ellough Park before. Might have to relent and hand 2nd place over there as White tries to get down the inside. Bierman with enough awareness to go round the outside, but looks like now it could be Jensen White down the inside into the right-hander. And similarly, in the background, Stanley Clark goes down the inside of Max Williams as well. All of this playing into the hands of your race leader Ayrton Rye, who since getting to the front has just driven their own race into Barney's for the penultimate time. There's a move down the inside there potentially from Stanley Clark on the 37 of Bierman. Bierman runs all the way around the outside though. Potter and Price have finally split in half. As Clark goes down the inside and gives Bierman a big whack of side pod. That slowed him down, and that's going to not only allow Wheatley through, but Potter is going to come down the inside into the right-hander as well. And Stanley Clark loses 2 places, and that's going to drop him down into 7th or 8th place. And now Potter's down the inside of Wheatley. Half a lap to go. Clark trying to return the favour, then takes a huge chunk into the back of him. There's a big nudge on the back there. Not sure how that's going to fare on the front fairings. Alex Lynn with a huge chunk of curb. That might slow him slightly, and Larry Price sweeps round the outside. Your race leader, though, Ayrton Rye, heading down towards Alan Wones for the final time. And then the final corner, the left-hander. Hard then on the power for Ayrton Rye as this still moves in the background. Ayrton Rye, for the first time, wins a heat at CKC. From Jensen White, it's going to be Thomas Potter up into 3rd place with Sebastian Bierman, Max Williams, Stanley Clark, Jack Collinson, Larry Price, Alex Lynn and Max Wheatley dropping a chunk of places on the final lap down into 10th. Samuel Branscombe, Drake, Ralston, Lawrence, Stansmore, Wilson and Hayes in front of Riley Sims, Ezard in 18th place. We await the rest of the field to come through. Then it's Maximus Lewis, 19th, Joshua Owen, Rio Ward Alley and Isaac Huburn, with Max Housego and Amy Peacock, who retired. We missed that one as to what happened, but Amy Peacock retires on lap number 6. So just having a quick look at Junior Max in terms of penalties. Fair few applied, and we obviously saw that with the issues down there on the opening lap. So Harry Hurstgrover, James Waring, Curtis Latimer, Ollie Naylor and Rhys Owen. Naylor's penalty, much of a muchness, but would have actually meant that even if he'd have finished in 2nd place, that he wouldn't have taken the that position anyway. So maybe a little bit of comfort in the fact that it wouldn't have taken that 2nd place off him.